Well, you join me in the paddock of Bentley once again. This time I'm pleased to say I'm with Martin Overington, a very well-known Bentley racer. Martin, how many times have you competed here now at Le Mans?
I think this will be my ninth go round Le Mans. So yeah, well seasons. I know pretty much every square inch of the track by now. That's for sure.
Okay. And this is a very special year, obviously, because it's the 100th anniversary of Le Mans, and your car must be quite close to the same age.
Yeah, it's very special. I mean, for a start, this is probably the biggest collection of Bentleys that's ever been racing at Le Mans, which is pretty spectacular. I think we've got around about 80 vehicles racing of varying degrees. It's the 100th anniversary, which is really quite special. And this car was built in 1930, so it's the grand old age of about, 93 now, something around there. But it's still going. Let's just hope it is in about an hour's time when we finish the race.
And how's qualifying gone for you?
Pretty good, yeah, we got a good start. I'm second on the grid, which I'm pretty pleased about, because it's a very heavy car. It weighs about 2 tonnes, and I haven't tried to lighten it. The brakes are standard, so it goes around the circuit a bit like a boat. You kind of go into the corners sideways and hope for the best.
Okay. I'm going to say you've got a lot of metalwork around you. It must be quite hard to feel the nuances of the steering and the handling, or do you learn that over a period of time?
You learn that over a period of time, and it's when it's on cold tyres, it's really quite hairy. The biggest problem is the brakes. So you go into a corner and it has a habit of what's called understeering, which means the front starts to wash out. If it gets too bad, you have to what's called heel and toe, get it into a low gear and drop the clutch, and that then picks the back up, and then you're into oversteer. But that has to be done in a split second, which is sometimes quite frightening.
No, I'm used to doing that sort of thing in auto testing, but that's only about a fraction of the speed you'll be doing. I had a chance to talk to some of your pit crew 5 or 10 minutes ago, and I'm really pleased to see what they're doing fits in with what FIVA's trying to do, which is keep these old cars, mobile heritage this is, we're looking at here, keeping these on the road, keeping them working, getting the right fuels and so forth for them for the future so that they can be driven with a relatively clean conscience, shall we say, and also passing on the skills and knowledge of how to look after these vehicles to the next generation and the next generation. So I've seen 3 generations here of skills being passed down, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's critical. For me, it's really nice to see young people coming into the business that understand how these things go together, because they are a bit voodoo and black magic. Sometimes they're not quite as basic as they look. I mean, this car, for example, it's nearly 100 years old, but it has a 16-valve engine. It's twin spark. You know, it's quite a complex engine, so it's really encouraging to see these young lads running around and wanting to get involved with the UK and international heritage.
Well, it certainly is international. These cars go all around the world, and so they should. Martin, I know you're pressed for time, so we'll say thank you very much for giving up your time at fairly short notice. Really appreciate it. On behalf of FIVA, thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you.